The Brahms Second Piano Concerto stands apart from the world of piano concertos in a lot of ways. The most obvious being that it has 4 movements instead of the usual 3. The concerto, consequently, takes over 50 minutes to play. It is an enormous piece of music. 2 orchestral instruments are famously featured in this concerto. The first is the horn, which you'll hear at the very beginning of the concerto play literally the opening statement answered by the piano. It's a very pastoral way of starting a concerto. What follows is music written on a grand scale, and if it's telling that the orchestra writing is big, the piano writing is also big, and in a way it's written to be competitive, or as competitive as possible with the orchestra, and there are passages where it really sounds like Brahms is trying to make the piano sound like an entire orchestra. So after this incredible statement of a first movement, here's how the second movement starts. Not your traditional slow movement, is it? So after this virile and exciting and dramatic second movement, Brahms then does give us an absolutely incredible, drawn-out, luxurious slow movement. And he starts this movement with one of the most beautiful solos for cello in the entire orchestral repertoire. Somehow with this grand 4-movement structure, you end up having this expectation of a final pillar in the ground of a finale. But that isn't what Brahms had in mind, and instead, the 4th movement almost appears out of thin air. Brahms apparently had a bit of a suspicion of how audiences would remember his music, and I think he was worried that, if he wrote the world's biggest finale or biggest ending, that's the only part of the concert people would remember. And this concerto certainly ends big. The music's kind of rolling along, and then suddenly you have a series of final chords, and it's a funny sensation in a way to realize that, oh my goodness, it's over. And then to realize, well, it's been going on for over 50 minutes, too. I mean, it's about time it was over. And I always feel at the end of the concerto that, A, I have been on some sort of extraordinary musical journey, and B, that I am totally exhausted.